Hey, welcome to Postcards from Lowell. Do your thingy.
Sound.
Roll.
Lights.
Roll.
Camera.
Roll.
Action.
Hey.
Nice going. That's Chad Carvell. Chad is our
I
buddy
almost
here.
got it on time.
And this is Postcards from Lowell. I'll get into the paraphernalia in a second. And Marianne Mack, my wife, is directing,
Hello.
directing the show.
Hi.
And I want to say that Chad, and it was to no fault of his own, he missed 3 weeks in a row on the show. So, because he did, I put out a thing.
What is
Can you
this?
see it?
What?
No,
What?
just
What is this? Oh.
And this was one of the applicants.
Is this your way of firing me?
I would never do it on the air. The only one that did that actually was Arthur Godfrey. He fired Julius La Rosa on the air.
No one knows who you're talking about.
Well, yeah, I do. Anyway, so I just wanted to say, no, I'm not firing you.
Get a haircut and get a real job? Is that what
I'm firing a shot over your bow. There's a difference.
Okay, I feel
Because
like...
she was willing. She said, I'll get rid of that I don't care look on my face if I can just work on Postcards from Lowell. And I thought that was a nice start because she had the right attitude.
I feel now this is a hostile work environment.
Oh, good. You want to talk to, what do they call it, HR?
HR.
I'm the head of HR. Go ahead. What's your problem?
Bill.
Nope.
I have a problem
Okay.
with Bill.
All right. We solved it. I said no.
Okay, done
All
deal.
right. Now, this is the phone from Joan.
Phone
Thank
from
you, Joan.
Thank you, Joni.
No, thank her.
Thank you, Joan.
It's not on it. This is why I'm having, I'm interviewing. But this is the phone number to call. They're all on there now.
Yeah.
So all the numbers
are there.
They're all on there, so you don't have to ask what's the phone number. What's the number? There it is.
You know what a 912 area code is. It's that.
before you get started, Bobby Vogel said, "Have you filed for unemployment yet?"
See, the thing is, you have to work for somebody to put in,
Yeah.
so that you can get.
Work is the clue.
Wait a minute. You're being
No.
The main
highly
word.
paid.
No.
You're being highly paid. Marianne says I mails them the check every week. It might have been your previous address.
I don't have an address.
Yeah, that's probably why. Anyway, so this is a postcard from Lowell, thus the name
Thank
of the
you,
show.
Megan Jones and Chris Susie.
Thank you very much. This is a Lowell sign thanks to Joan Barbara Cooper Lanza.
Yes. Thank you, Barbara Cooper.
.edu.
This is how you'll see my ego.
And this is my Justin glass. Oh, I love it.
Thanks, Carol Cooper.
Courtesy of Carol Cooper, who also gave me the police line, the police line tape.
Oh, the caution tape.
Yeah, like do not
For
cross.
the crime scene that did not
Crime scene
happen
tape.
here.
Here it is.
Yeah.
This is from
Might have to pull it back a
my
little bit.
sweet daughter. Crime
Crime
scene.
scene.
Do
Do not cross.
Well, whenever we're done with this, I'll use it as a. I will use it as a belt.
not. At least we have it for you. Aren't we nice?
That's very nice.
So
We'll
what's
decorate you with it.
I will hold up my pants with it.
my
Oh, that's,
My-
you don't want it. That's
my-
the visual.
Bad
You don't want it.
message. No, never mind. I won't do that.
where's the thing? Cut.
Take two.
Edit.
Action.
Yeah.
My postcard from Lowell today. Since it's nice, beautiful spring weather.
Gorgeous.
I didn't check the Lowell temperature today, but I'm sure it's nice in Lowell too.
Nice and low.
And so I was thinking of one time in the summertime we had a cookout. And now again, I give you my age so you can relate to what I'm talking about. I was about 6 years old.
And you remember, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And all I remember because my aunt and uncle lived across the street.
Oh.
And they were coming, we were having a cookout, and he was bringing the hot dogs. So
Important
it was,
job.
all right, so it was my parents, Sandra, Richard, and me for their kids, my aunt and uncle, and they had 3 kids also.
Wow.
So they were coming, and I think a couple other aunts or friends or neighbors or something. So there was about, 15, 20 of us.
A lot.
So the one, my uncle from across the street was going to bring the hot dogs.
Right.
You notice I said was going to bring the hot dogs.
Yeah, it was past. It was.
So now we're all out there. My father has a fire going in something. They didn't have barbecue grills in those days, so he probably built one on the ground with some rocks and stuff.
Caveman style.
Yeah, caveman, got a bunch of branches and had it ready, and then and then he'd have to keep adding them because my uncle that went for the hot dogs stopped for a brew.
Oh my gosh.
Or two. Now my parents didn't drink. They could not understand someone stopping for a brew when people are waiting
for
to
food.
Eat hot dog, the main event.
Right.
That's like, I'll bring the turkey Thanksgiving and then stop for a couple. It was one of those deals. And we're waiting.
I would have been livid.
This is daylight savings time. Now it's dark. And I hear my father. Now I can beef, right?
Yes.
Okay. My father could. I mean, that was his nickname from me, Beef. Hey, Beef, stop it. Where is it now? Hey, hot dogs. I went down the street together. Went down the street.
And how far was the market from his house?
Down the street.
You could walk to it. You could walk to it, but he wasn't at the market.
The bar was closer.
The bar was either. It didn't matter if it was closer or further. That's where he was. To have a brew. So now it's getting dark.
Everybody's
starving.
starving.
And we're over by the campfire because it's cooled off. It's New England.
Right.
We're over just warming ourselves, freezing and shit. Freezing and starving.
Oh my God.
And now it's getting past my bedtime, which was about maybe 9 o'clock back then.
That late? He didn't have the hot dogs there?
No, he wasn't back yet. And finally, about 9:30, my father ran out of twigs. There's hardly any orange in the fire. He comes back with the hot dogs. Now, his wife was there, so my father didn't have to deal with it.
Yeah,
his wife was there with her 3 hungry kids.
She was dealing with it.
Huh?
She was dealing with it.
Yeah. Well, I gotta get.
And I always liked that guy, that Uncle of mine. I always liked him. He was cool. You say, hey, buddy, how you give you those shaking the head. He was a cool guy.
He gave you attention.
Yeah, he didn't, just say, who's this? Hey, how you doing? And that. And he was always friendly and smiling. So even though I was hungry and cold, I didn't know why they were getting upset at my friendly uncle. So that's my postcard from Lowell.
Look, I'm sorry.
I think my parents brought the hot dogs in the house and cooked them because
there was no fire
more
left.
Twigs around to make a fire.
That's ridiculous.
Okay.
That's absurd. Okay, you Coopers have some fortitude. 30 minutes in, I'd be like, would somebody please get the hot dogs?
Yeah.
Where are the hot dogs?
Well,
An hour in, my little booty would be down at the grocery picking up hot dogs for everybody because I would have lost my mind.
Well, not if you're 6 years old. First of all, you wouldn't. You don't have booty money. You don't have hot dog money.
6, I would have been raiding the pantry.
No.
Yeah.
6 was. I really felt. Why are they talking about my uncle? He's such a nice guy. I just didn't like that.
That was a very complex thought for a 6-year-old.
Yeah, it was, and it still is.
Yeah. I would have been kicking him in the shin.
I get it, and that's what my father wanted to do too. So you two are in full agreement on that. And my mother, always the peacekeeper. The peacekeeper when there was other people in the house.
Surely she couldn't keep the peace in this situation.
She did. She was very calm. She was, she would never see my mother in front of other people ever lose.
That's because she had a stash of crackers somewhere.
Yeah.
But she wasn't hungry.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Could have been. I don't remember she had crackers on her chin when she was calm. So that's my postcard from Lowell, and that was a swell one.
That's a great story.
I asked you this week to think of something you like, not a person, anything else, something that you like, and tell me what it is.
I love macaroni and cheese.
And now tell me why. I'll give you about a half a minute.
There's almost no version of mac and cheese that I don't like. I like the milky, watery one that people make at home in the box. I love the super baked, ooey gooey, full of egg and cream one. I like everything in between. There's nothing better than a to-the-tooth noodle and, just the creamy, gooey, cheesy goodness that is macaroni and cheese.
Excellent. You established that very good. You made your point. Now I'm going to leave that there for a few minutes.
Let it burn.
Mary Ann, what's new? Anything new that you'd like to talk about? Mary Ann's our director, and she's a timekeeper, director, and just all around.
I could tell you about the time my brother deprived me of my mac and cheese.
Yeah, go ahead.
On a 15-mile hike.
No, I don't want you to tell that, but tell another one.
Oh, also on the same camping trip, which is why I, to this day, cannot go without shoes and socks. We could go on this long Louisiana hike through the mosquitoes in the marshes, 15 miles. We're hiking from one place down to the shore of the Gulf of Mexico, Sycamore Point to be precise, where, in the end, we will get there, we will take off our shirts, we're like 14, 12, 13, something like that, and we will hop into the Gulf of Mexico and get a nice cooling swim. It'll be great, Marianne. It'll be great!
I think that
It wasn't great!
I think
No one told me to keep my shoes on.
the
The bottom of the thing was full of mud and oyster shells, and I came out with bloody feet, and it was the worst. I feel so much better now. I feel like I was holding that in for some time.
Okay.
Whew.
Well, they say once you tell it, you feel better.
I don't.
I do a little bit.
I was getting nervous. There's no escape route here.
Is it going-
I'm stuck.
You don't have a hearing aid, so that's
Huh?
You need a hearing aid.
No, my hair's fine. My hair doesn't need to be red. Is that what you said? I need hair that's red?
That's exactly what I said.
Oh, good. I only have 17. Which ones do you want me to color?
Just the ones that are attached to the ear. Can you imagine a halo of red hairs on your ear?
I can't imagine me with a halo.
I can. You'll get a sainthood through Marianne.
Because of being married to Marianne,
Yeah.
I deserve to be a saint? Is this
No,
what
no,
you...
no. It rubs off on you.
Yeah.
So you'll just...
Oh.
The goodness.
Yeah. It's osmosis.
And I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I'm hoping. I've done good deeds. I mean, I won't mention any names, but I've tolerated.
You've been of service.
I've tolerated some people way beyond what anyone would have tolerated. Way beyond. Even sweet Marianne, the Mother Teresa of our era.
Yes.
Marianne says, "How do you take that, so and so?"
I feel like this is not about me, is it?
Not yet, no.
Oh.
No, of course not. You're my buddy.
Thank
But
you.
anyway, this guy had few redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
So few.
None.
Well, I like to be somewhat polite.
We're not going to say any names.
No, we're not. Anyway, that's one of my faults. And when asked, and I was asked by several people, why do you bother with XYZ? I say, it's my ticket to heaven. All the bad things I've done can't even compare to being good to this beauty.
One person.
Yeah.
I know that feeling.
So anyway, so that's it. All right, now I want to get back to what I asked you. All right, you told me that
I love.
So now I'm going to give
mac
you
and
1
cheese.
minute
Yes.
to tell the people why you hate mac and cheese. Go.
If I'm trying to get the point of this exercise.
No, don't just run with it.
I
How come
hate
you hate
mac and cheese.
Go.
Because how can you take something as so perfect as a perfectly cured piece of cheese, which has spent months, sometimes years, being aged to the perfection that it's supposed to be? And what do, Bill?
What?
You grind it up and you mix it with a bunch of other milk or whatever you use to make mac and cheese, and then you take these basically dried cardboard noodles and you mix it all together, and then you put some poor eggs in there and you ruin the cheese.
And you ask people
Mac
to eat it.
And you ask people to eat it, and it's a sacrilege, Bill.
All right.
It should be a sin to put perfectly good cheese in with eggs and noodles and milk.
Excellent. I just want you to know that you made your points.
Thank you.
That you can take something you really, really love, and if asked to, you can shoot it down.
Yes.
And you did.
I was born to be in Congress.
Vote for Chad. That ain't bad.
I will hate like everything that you hate like.
Right. And he will also promise never to keep a promise. That's his only promise
Yes.
he's making,
It's
right?
a guarantee.
Yeah. And he'll keep that promise.
Yeah. And once I'm there, it'll be backed by war, which makes it officially a guarantee.
And what about giving yourself pay raises? They're able to do that. Are you okay with that?
Oh, I don't need pay raises.
No.
No.
No?
I don't need pay raises.
No?
I've got family members. and contracts to let.
To let with an I in the middle?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can make a bid on those contracts at www.
Oh, speaking of this, on this show, folks, for those of you that aren't aware, you say, oh no, it's Wednesday, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I miss Bill's swell show. Well, you can always go to my site and pick it
There
up.
are other ways.
There's a great way. Almost every previous show we had, well, since Adam started doing it, Adam Messer has them posted on YouTube.
Yeah. Yes.
So just hit
YouTube.com.
Well, postcards from Lowell.com, and it'll bring you to the
Oh,
YouTube.
yes, the quick link.
Or just go to YouTube and write in Postcards from Lowell. And I just want to tell people there's two sites, Postcards from Lowell. One of them actually Postcards from Lowell. How boring. Anyway, so I'm sure they're nice people, but that's all I'll say
Sure,
about
it's
that.
fantastic.
I don't talk bad about the
Do the other one.
Do the other one, and you will be able to see. You can, as I said, with a big batch of Joni popcorn, like my sister Joni.
Yeah.
She has like a wheelbarrow of popcorn when she's watching a movie.
Or
You know?
a bowl of mac and cheese.
Yeah, and you can binge watch Postcards from Lowell.
That's fantastic.
I can't think of a thing that I would rather tell people to do.
Yeah. Except, message Bill for one of these shirts. We get them locally.
And Bill, nor Chad, nor Mary Ann makes a solitary nickel on these
We
shirts.
don't make anything.
Well, all we do is whatever it costs us, if you would like one, really. And we've had people ask, and I've had them ordered and that. And whatever it costs to have them made, we don't make a penny on it. We just, we appreciate the fact that you want to look as stylish as we do.
Where else can you get one of these?
And just think about it. Chad and I being called stylish. Only this shirt could do that. That's wonderful.
This is the saving grace of our
If
style.
you only knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Mary Ann usually says goodbye to the kiddies, but I want you to come over here, Mary.
Yeah.
I just assume stay here if you don't mind.
Wow.
I'll just listen.
That means
I'll just say hello to, obviously,
Yes, Jack. That's what she meant. Yes, Jack.
obviously hello to Carol
We're going to
Cooper
get cheese and mac and
Carol Cooper.
cheese. Hey, Carol.
Hey, Car.
and Chris Todd,
Hey,
Chris
a
Todd.
faithful watcher. We gotta get him down here and
Yeah, he would love to be on Postcards, I'm sure.
absolutely, we'd love to have him.
Yeah, well, contact me.
Michael Grayson
Michael
There's the number.
and Jeannie Brazil is watching us from
Hey,
her
Jeannie.
new back porch.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
she's usually watching from a doctor's office.
Yeah. The bar room.
The bar room.
The beauty salon.
The back seat of a cruiser.
Yeah.
The back seat.
Look, I'm not making any judgments.
No, we
Jeannie, you do you.
She does.
Dot. Pause.
That's another
on,
story
carry
for
on.
another day.
Story for another day. Anyway, all of you that watch, whether or not you put a message up on that, we know you're there. We love that you join
Thank
us.
you so much.
We have fun with it. If you have any suggestions how to make this show better, you're wasting your breath.
Or if you're a stylist and you want to fix this.
Oh yeah.
Open to suggestions.
Extreme Makeover Chat Edition.
Whoa! Instead of trying to get you a date, you know how that fell through like a turkey through a wet paper
Like a
bag.
dead body in a trunk.
in a 58 Edsel. If you want to do a makeover for Chad, then we'll interview the makees.
Sure.
Makers, you can be the makee.
Sure. Yeah.
So you're willing to have someone make you over?
Yeah.
Don't make me
Ooh.
over. Na, 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 na. Listen, kids, we'll see you next week, and thank you very much for joining us. And again, if you want a date or make them over, or do both, make them over on a date.
Generally, that's what women do to me.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be anything new to me.
And these are all extra numbers. Some of them may or may not be in that phone number, right? Some of them.
That's two pick threes.
Oh, and if you play the lottery, sometime this week, either Massachusetts or Georgia lottery, those will be the winning numbers.
Wow.
That's my prediction. Next week, I want you to send me some of it if it
pans out.
Yeah.
And he'll send you what you lose. That's a joke.
The price of the ticket.
Thank you so much.
Bye,
We
everybody.
love you. Keep in touch.
See you next week. Same
Bye.
time, same place.
1 year. Woo!